listening to the Average Talents Podcast with your host, Ralph,
How would you feel if Uncle Cletus came over and decided he wanted to fuck your asshole?
Ramsey,
And at one point, he was letting go of the pilot and just holding on with one hand. Like, what are you doing? Why would you do that?
Ray,
I haven't seen someone try to get a Thai boy out of a hole this frantically since I walked in on Kevin Spacey in the men's room at a Chuck E. Cheese.
and Joe.
I'm not going to sit down and watch that show and then tweet the actresses or actors and be like, this show sucks.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Average Gentleman's Podcast. We're going to kick things off with Stunad of the Week. This week, we're going to choose Jussie Smollett. For those of you who don't know who he is a member of the cast of Empire. He was recently in the news for faking a homophobic attack on himself by paying two brothers to kick his ass. And I mean that literally, two brothers.
Jacked brothers.
Enormous
Brothers. What the fuck?
not just homophobic, but apparently like politically charged is what he tried to say.
Yeah.
It's just the culture we're in nowadays.
Yeah, but come on. I mean, all right, so he faked the whole thing. He told the police that they were white guys. And now he's getting called on his bullshit. These guys are immigrants, so they're going to try and do everything they can to stay here and not lie about it.
Yeah. And he was set to testify against them too.
Yeah, they were going to a grand jury.
Why would you make up some basic facts that you know are gonna?
They're gonna
All right, so this guy's a celebrity, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay, so he's recognizable.
Yeah.
Supposed. Yeah.
Okay, so now my question is, if you're a recognizable person, you're out in public somewhere.
Yeah.
Chances of you getting filmed, like that's the risk factor there alone to counteract what, like.
Yeah, I mean, in 2019, everything's on tape.
That's what I'm
if you're a
saying.
celebrity or not.
Well, yeah, the cops have access to everything. ATM cameras, streetlight cameras, all that stuff.
Basically, all the CCTV footage that's out there.
They can get it.
Yeah. Especially on something like this that he made such a big stink over and was on like the leading story of CNN.
But what's the purpose?
Well, the purpose for him was to get
He wanted
national.
to get-
he wanted to stay on the show.
Yeah. Well, I guess he wanted to get some kind of publicity.
So getting his ass kicked is going to keep him on the show?
Well, apparently he was getting written off. From what I read, he was getting written off, and he thought like, "Oh, if I get myself back in the news, they won't write me off because then I'll be a big
Attraction
star
for
and
the
they'll-
show.
Yeah, they'll want me to keep sticking around."
And those
That
guys
backfired.
work for the show as crew members.
Damn, that's even worse.
See, that's just stupid. That's just really stupid.
That's terrible. And like he made up that they said this is MAGA country in Chicago, Illinois.
Yeah, the most ghetto city
Yeah, I mean
probably in the country.
Yeah,
Yeah.
crazy.
And
I
you know what?
don't see much support for President Trump in Chicago.
That is literally the most thugged out city there is.
Definitely not in like the main parts of Chicago. Maybe offsets it.
Yeah, the
surrounding
nice area.
areas.
So I think the whole
Damn.
thing started too when he falsified, I guess, a threatening letter, homophobic letter, or maybe he actually got it, and
He could have actually got the
he could
letter.
have actually
That
got
would
it, and
make
then
sense.
decided to
that
run with this?
inspired the idea to just go with it.
He's an artist, so he just took the inspiration and rolled with it.
He's in some pretty deep trouble. Isn't it? Like that's falsifying a hate crime.
Falsifying
yeah.
police report
Yeah.
and everything. I think it's a felony, class 4. I think.
It'll end up
Wow.
being slap on the wrist, but
Yeah, he won't go to
Well,
jail or
of course
anything.
he's a fucking
Yeah.
celebrity, but
That's-
pay some fines and maybe
do an appearance for community service, all that other bullshit.
Yeah, well,
he should be a student just for the way he spells his fucking name.
that's his parents' fault.
That's true.
Change it. You're a celebrity. You're a celebrity. You can put whatever name you want on the.
I've
fucking
seen
thing.
some pretty crazy names
Oh,
in my
of course.
life.
But like, just spell Jesse like a normal fucking person.
Yeah. So
Enough said about him. Who he
Yeah.
wants to waste their breath.
Yeah. What an asshole.
Jesse Smollett. You are our student of the week, dummy.
Congratulations.
All right, moving on. So, some of you may have noticed that last week we didn't have an episode. I was away again on business.
Yeah, you're becoming quite the world traveler there.
I know.
Yeah, you're a frequent flyer.
Colombia. The country.
Not just any part of Colombia. Where in Colombia?
Oh.
Tell the people.
Medellin.
There you go.
Blowville, U.S., not even Blowville world.
Pablo fucking Escobar.
Where cocaine and coffee keep the rest of the world awake.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
how was it?
It was good. The weather was very, very nice. It was So in the morning, it was like a nice 67, 69 degrees. And by the afternoon, it's about 84. Never humid.
Did you break out shorts?
I didn't bring any.
No?
No. I thought about it, but I was like,
Well, you're working mode.
Yeah, you're in business mode.
You're
You're
working
not.
most of the time. But it was really nice. The part of the city that I was in, it's like when you're walking the streets, it's like you're constantly on a fucking Stairmaster. It's nothing but hills, like going up and down. Like every time you turn around, it's like so if I had to go from, so I was working in like a clinic area, to get from the clinic to my hotel, I had to walk maybe like 8 minutes, let's say. It's not far, but it's just walking downhill.
Ugh.
Going back seems
Going back was even worse.
uphill.
Holy shit! Like I was like tired 2 minutes into the walk.
See, now was it like
and it was like steep. It was
it like it's portrayed in movies though? Was it like, you know, you
Like
have to look over your
favela,
shoulder
yeah,
everywhere and you feel a little uneasy?
No, I mean the people were very nice. It wasn't like jungle type, I guess you could call it.
Right.
Where you
Yeah,
have
it's
to,
like
Yeah, like rain.
Like what you're
yeah,
thinking.
like think about like when you go when we've gone to like Cancun or you know like anything like that. You know, it's just another part of the world. You know, everyone just kind of on their way to go to work.
Did you venture outside the city at all? Of like Medellin?
The place is fucking huge,
Really?
huge. 5 million people.
Damn.
wow.
Wow.
5 million people.
So it's like
And,
they're New York.
yeah. It's
What's their capital, right?
Is it? I don't know.
I don't know.
it's
I think Bogota's their capital.
this is how crazy it is. So, you come in. So the airport is on the other side of the mountain. You have to go over the mountain in order to get into the city. When you get to the top of the mountain and you're coming back down to look, it's huge. Like you look out and it's just this sea, and it's very. It comes down like just down the mountain, like the slope flattens out because it's kind of like there's a very small river in the middle, and then it just kind of goes back up to the other side of the mountain. And I mean, at night it's beautiful.
Is there skyscrapers and everything? Does it have a city atmosphere?
They're starting to like build stuff like that.
Okay.
So what they're doing is they're building. They're not getting rid of the houses, but because it's so densely populated, they're trying to build up new apartments and stuff like that. But
That makes sense.
it's like
So where's your next destination? Is that planned already or no?
I'm going to California this weekend.
Wow.
That's a little better than having to go to
At
Sweden.
least,
Yeah, you don't need a
at least it's
passport
in
to
the
go there.
U.S.
Yeah. But yeah, it was really nice. I do have to say though, the cab drivers are one of the fucking craziest people I've ever.
The way they drive? Or
Worse,
just in
worse-
general?
worse than New York?
Worse than New York.
Did
Wow.
any of them offer you blow?
No.
Okay.
These guys. I was living a Fast and the Furious movie.
Oh, 'cause that's just how they drive.
I
Just like
swear-
fucking whipping around.
So the first guy that picked me up from the airport and brought me to the hotel, he was a nice guy. You know, we were kind of chatting up a little bit, and you know, when he was driving, it was more of like he would go real fast and then like slam on the brake real quick, you know, but get very close, like the car in front of him, get very close to like the motorcycle in front of him, and I'm just like
So it's like driving with Ray's wife.
hold on.
I did not laugh at that.
The rest of us did.
So the cab driver on the way back from the airport, I'm sorry, on the way back from the hotel, this guy was like a fucking stone cold killer. Like 2 hands on the wheel, just look straight. Not once did I see him look in any mirror, any side mirror, even the rear view mirror. Not once. And
Was
telling you,
Liam Neeson?
I'm telling you, he was cutting in and out of traffic like you would. Like I held on to both shit handles because I was like, "What the fuck is this guy doing?" It was insane. We were going around these turns, and the speed limits, they're not miles per hour, but they're
Yeah, kilometers.
kilometers.
Yeah.
So these signs were saying like, "Okay, you're going around this bend. It's 30. He's going 70." Jeez. Holy fuck! Like I was like, I mean, they tell me it takes at least 45 minutes to get to the airport. We got there in 22.
Nice.
My kind of cat.
This guy was insane, and I'm looking at the rearview mirror to look at his face, just stone cold, not looking, like just straight
Tunnel
That's
vision.
it. Just tunnel vision. Don't bother me. Like he didn't say 2 words to me. Just hands on the wheels and just going. And I'm telling you, he was like weaving in and out, buses, motorcycles, you name it. I was like, this guy is fucking insane. At one point, he got into oncoming traffic to get around like 3 cars.
Nice.
I was like, "What are you doing?"
Oh my
Whoa.
god.
On the mountain.
That's a butthole puckerer.
Oh yeah.
On the mountain. Not even like just down the mountain.
So
on
next time you go to Colombia, you'll be booking a car service. I'm
the
assuming.
first guy was the car service.
Oh wow. Wow.
So the other thing, I tried doing an Uber.
Do they have Uber there?
So they have Uber. So they have 2 types of Ubers. Both of them are illegal.
Oh, that's
Just so
good.
you know.
Oh, underground.
So the Uber app.
So it's not really Uber.
No, it's Uber. It's
So
Uber. It's
cocaine's
illegal,
legal,
in the country.
but Uber's.
Yeah, it's illegal in the country, but they still use it. So like the app actually, like you do Uber, the app actually works. They come pick you up. They charge you and all that stuff. But so I tried to do the Uber from the hotel to the airport. The guy asked me, "Where are you going?" I said, "I'm going to the airport." He goes, "Nope." I said, "What do you mean no?" He goes, "We don't go to the airport." I said, "Why?" He goes,
Because they got caught.
"If they get caught, they get their car taken away."
Ooh,
Wow.
Yeah, that makes sense not to go to the
Yeah.
airport then.
So the other thing they have is
That's why I
Uber.
love when people complain about America. By the way,
Yeah.
like just think about like small shit like that.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
just little things like that. So the second Uber, I forget what it's called, but it's Uber for like motorcycles. So there's a lot of motorcycles out there. So a guy will come and pick you up on his motorcycle, give
Nope.
you a helmet, and you're on your way.
Not a fucking chance I would.
So one of the guys.
I don't know. He might have been safer than with the other guy that he talked
Well, hold
about.
on, wait, so
yeah, you're probably right.
no. So hold on. So one of the guys I worked with, I'll tell you a story about what happened to him after this whole Uber thing. So he did 2 motorcycle Ubers. So he said the first guy, he had a shitty bike. It was like falling apart. He gave him a helmet and he had to just kind of hold on for his dear life. And this guy wasn't even paying attention, looking at his phone. Like, and I'm like, "You're on a fucking motorcycle. Like, are you?" And he goes, "This guy was crazy." So then the second time, the guy was like, he had a nicer bike, he had a nicer helmet. He was like, "Oh yeah, hop on." They seemed
First of all, I would never put a helmet on that other people have worn.
Yeah.
Multiple
right, that's
other
how
people.
I feel.
Disgusting.
That-
Yeah, it's
that's
different if it's like
gross.
someone you know, but some random fucking
Right.
stranger.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, kind of, you see these guys, they're driving around with the motorcycles and they have their arm through the helmet, and then they're just holding it, and then they show up and here you go, and then you just put it on and you go.
You can keep that shit in Colombia.
So this guy that I met, he had broken his wrist, literally like the week before I got there. So he said he's on his bike, I guess either driving home or driving to work, and some guy just cut him off, and he slammed right into him, flipped over the handlebars, landed on his hands, and broke his wrist. And I was like, "Oh, so what are you doing in that situation? Call insurance?" He goes, "No, there was no damage on my bike. There's no damage on his car." So he took off. I got on and I started driving because then all of a sudden my right hand, I couldn't throttle anymore. And he was like, "What the hell's going on?" And he said he made it like a mile and he just had to pull over and call somebody to pick him up. So he ended up breaking his wrist.
Wow.
Yikes.
Yeah. And then that's why he was doing the whole Uber motorcycle thing. That's insane, isn't it?
It's really nuts.
People are nuts. Motorcycles are like really popular in like
Out of
a
the
lot of different
yeah.
countries.
Oh yeah, there was a ton.
anywhere where there's a warm climate.
Yeah, that's true. I guess
So-
like all the Caribbean islands I've been to, you see a lot of motorcycles.
So another thing with them, because there's so many cars over there, there's a law that you're not allowed. I guess I don't know how they distinguish it, but 2 days out of the week, you're not allowed to drive your car.
How's that? Everybody in the country?
Everybody in the country,
Do they
everybody
pick-
that owns a car,
or
Is
is
that like to preserve fuel?
Do they
like, I
have?
don't-
or maybe it's a city. I don't think it's the country. I think it's the city because there's so many cars. And
Do they have like license plates and
Oh yeah, they have license.
so
Yeah,
it's probably something like that based on the number.
No, yeah,
of
I
like
the
with like
plate.
it used to be with like gas?
yeah, like
when
with
we
the
used to
like
ration
how they
gas,
used to control the gas.
yeah. Like I said, I don't remember exactly how they determined, but
That's
so
wild.
there was a friend of mine's cousin I met for dinner one night, and he was telling me because he gets up at I think he was saying like 3 or 4 in the morning, so he's able to kind of like bypass that because he can. It's between certain hours, so it's like say between 7 and like 6. So when he goes to work, he goes at 3 to 4 in the morning, so he drives his car, but he has to kind of wait until after like 6 to go home.
Wow.
So he was like, for me, he was like, I would come to the city tomorrow and pick you up, but tomorrow I can't drive my car. I was like, what do you mean you can't drive your car?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's a wild rule.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
They're
So how are the accommodations? Like the hotel, was it like a normal hotel? Was
Yeah,
it
hotels-
was it a Hilton? Like, you know what I mean?
It was pretty nice.
Oh, okay.
It was really nice. I had a really nice view.
Did you get to pee in private?
I got to be in private.
All right. Well, that's a huge plus from your last trip.
Yep. The European and South American differences right there.
Yeah. You know, it was real nice though. I mean, the weather difference between the two places I've been to last month is a complete different.
Yeah.
Basically, you could have. It would have been hard to choose two like polar opposite countries
Oh yeah.
than Sweden and Colombia.
Yeah. So it was definitely real nice. And then I tried this one beer. So it's a I don't have my phone, but I forget what it's called. It's only distributed within the country, and it's only a certain time of the year.
How was
Pretty
it?
cool.
It was really good.
What kind of beer? Like a
Compare it to
like
some.
yeah,
like,
well, yeah, that's a good.
Similar to maybe like a Blue Moon, but a different taste.
okay.
But like that style, like a
But
lighter.
yeah, it was really nice.
That's cool
I had maybe 3, and I had a nice buzz going.
because it had cocaine. In it.
Yeah. It was infused with cocaine.
I'm convinced that
That's what-
everything.
Blow wiser.
Blow wise.
That's why they can't sell it anywhere else.
Yeah.
That's true.
Did you have Colombian coffee? Are you a big coffee guy?
Oh yeah, I'm a coffee.
Yeah.
guy. Yeah. So there was one. I mean, there were a few places, but the one I guess brand that's really popular in the country is called Juan Valdez. And I had a couple of their coffee, and I brought some back.
Nice.
That's why they checked my bag to make sure that I didn't bring any cocaine in. I actually, when I bought it, they had to actually put it in a plastic bag with a seal showing that the receipt was inside.
No shit.
And I guess when they checked it, they had to just make sure
It
that
looked that it was there.
that was
Wow.
actually what I bought.
It's pretty cool.
They don't do that with cocaine.
Not on the way in.
No, his package arrives by UPS.
The only thing that pissed me off was like, you know, there was no direct flight. So when I landed in Miami, which is really, it kind of pissed me off, but I landed in Miami. I had an hour to my next flight. I had to go to baggage claim, get my bag, and then recheck it
Oh,
to come back to Jersey.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's obnoxious.
Yeah. So I literally
now did you have to re-go through security and everything?
no, that was one thing I was worried about. I was like, I don't want to have to do that.
I
But
don't think they can. They
Yeah.
have to give you a longer layover. They can't.
well, that was
then-
the flight that I had. You know, and when the guy in Colombia,
I'm saying they know that you're in a connecting flight from
Oh, yeah.
here to
Well, that
here.
was the
Like
thing.
you have
So-
to. They have to give you enough time to do what you have to do.
that was the thing when I said in Colombia to the at check-in, when they told me that, I was like, I only have an hour to between my flights. So how am I supposed to?
Amigo, don't
Andale,
worry.
andale.
Amigo, don't worry. You take some blow. You rush right through.
It'd be so fast.
Yeah, he was like, just go fast. I said, what the fuck? Are you serious?
You're the guy sprinting through the airport.
Stop wasting
Wow.
time talking to me and go.
No, one thing I do have to say though is that's actually worked out well on both flights, or coming back at least. The mobile passport app on my phone. So you fill out all the information, your passport information. You actually take a photo of yourself, and what you do is I think 4 hours before you land, you can either do it on the plane Wi-Fi or as soon as you land.
Okay.
You answer like 5 questions. They basically ask you, do you have more than $10,000 worth of money, you know, from another
Yeah,
country?
it's probably like the same question
Yeah,
that they asked on
the
those
same
on the
Yeah,
form
you
that
have
you
to
get.
fill out.
Yeah.
You do it real quick on your phone. When you get back into customs and you do the whole passport stuff, there's a dedicated line just for people that fill out the app.
Oh, okay. So
And when you do that, you it's almost like doing global entry.
Oh, like the pre-check too. Like the
Like,
TSA
well,
pre-check?
not TSA pre-check, but global entry.
Oh, okay.
You basically you just follow the sign to say mobile passport, and you cut through everybody.
Damn.
I did
now,
that.
does somebody look at your phone?
Well, I show them my phone, but they're like, just give me your passport. They scan your passport, and then you're like, all right,
Oh,
you're
because
good.
it links to your actual physical passport.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah. So
Damn.
I did that on the way back from Sweden. I actually bought the Wi-Fi on the plane for like, I think it was like $10 for like an hour, and I was like, well, fuck this, I'm gonna land in like, 2 hours. Let me just do it. So I did it, and boom, I got through. And then on the way back, I mean, there's all these Colombians coming in, so I was like, well, fuck this, I'm just gonna do it real quick.
Well, people can mistake you for a Colombian.
True.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you blend in pretty.
Well, that's why that's why
Again,
they sent me.
That's why.
difference.
That's why you didn't get robbed.
Yeah, that's why they
Like
sent
if I went there, they would have been marking me from the minute I
Although
walked
I
out
will
of the
say,
airport.
you looked very scholarly in your
that picture.
your picture.
That was a nice picture, right?
It was
Yeah,
It was
that was
good.
pretty.
almost unrecognizable.
I wasn't sure if you photoshopped yourself on someone else's body.
Your face tuning it. He's like messing around with all the things on the app.
No, that was me. I was like, man, this is awesome. Yeah, nice picture.
Yeah, it's awesome, man.
If you're all curious, it's the picture of my Twitter. You can take a look. Take a
Should
look
it be on your
Twitter.
LinkedIn?
It is there too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's there. But yeah, so it was a good trip.
That's awesome. Well, welcome back.
Thank you.
You were missed last week.
So now you go to California.
So now I go to California for a week.
I think
Only
I'd
for the
rather go to
weekend.
Colombia.
I'm only going for the
And
weekend.
I love Kyle.
So
Of course you do.
I'm going Friday, and then I'm leaving Sunday night, but coming back Monday morning.
oh, you're taking like the red eye back.
Yeah.
I definitely would not fit in California.
Why? There's definitely parts of California. Like depends on where you're going. Where are you going in California?
Yeah,
North or
California's
south?
pretty big.
It's huge.
Mm.
Where are you going to Cali?
Silicon Valley.
Nice.
Oh, the motherland for
Well,
your
that's-
for you people.
Yeah, basically.
I've heard it's beautiful up there. My wife's best friend lives up there. She loves it.
Yeah, I don't think I've been that far down.
See, now is this
Let's
all
check
on
it
your
out.
company or is this come out of your budget?
Well, no.
They reimburse for everything?
Yeah, my flight. I think they did the hotel and everything. For this trip, for the California trip, but the flight I paid for, and then they'll pay me back.
Yeah, it's expensive.
So that's about.
It's cool, man.
That works out in your favor too, because you can collect miles. You can get
Oh,
whatever
Yeah, that's the
perks
way
you
to
have
go.
with your
Yeah.
card.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see
That's
how
awesome.
it goes from here.
Nice, man. Cool. What else we got to talk about?
You do anything like touristy there or not really?
I was going to. I think there was actually like a Pablo Escobar
Tour?
museum
Oh, okay.
that I was going to try and
That
go
he
to.
paid to build. And,
Yeah.
Like his jail?
I don't know what it was. I think it was somewhere around where he used to live, which was only 5 minutes from where I was staying. But I didn't get a chance to, because by the time I got out of work and had dinner, and I mean, even a couple nights I ended up working till almost 1 o'clock in the morning.
Same rat race, just a different country.
Yeah, that's all it was.
Yeah.
But it was definitely a good trip.
But you caught The Walking Dead when you were down there. You were,
Yeah, oh my god, I was so pissed. So, I mean, it's not AMC for them down there. It's. I mean, they have AMC, but Walking Dead was on. It was on Fox, which is kind of.
It's so weird to me how they do those international rights.
I know.
Like if you watch Netflix in a different country, like you can get different shows.
yes.
Yeah, you can,
different
like, put
shows, different movies.
Yeah.
Online. Yeah.
These guys probably know how to do it. You can put on like a
Yeah, you could. It's something you
VPN
could.
that
It's something you can do
changes
in
your country
your
code.
browser. In your browser, yeah.
yeah.
Nah, it doesn't always work.
It doesn't always work, no. And it pisses me off. But yeah, I tried watching it the premiere on Sunday night when I was there, and it was on Fox. So I'm scrolling through the channels, and it said they didn't have it. But I mean, the good thing with them was that you can switch between the audio for English and Spanish, or you can do the subtitles.
Okay.
So either way, if I would have got it, I would have got it.
It'd be
But-
pretty cool hearing Negan in Spanish.
Yeah, right. Would he have sounded as menacing though? Like
I don't know.
because the voice actor that had to do it would have had to sound kind of.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna have to watch that again from the beginning.
It's good.
It's getting good now. Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
so I ended up getting to watch it the following night.
Right.
I did do a VPN on my iPad and then watch it on the AMC app, and it worked. So at least
Nice.
I caught up. So I was okay. But I watched it the last episode last night.
All right. So I'm not worried about spoilers. Anything like good go like
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's getting good.
Okay.
It's getting good.
Those what's it called? People look dope. The Whisperers are called.
The
right?
whispers.
On
Yeah.
and we meet the leader
You meet the
this
leader.
past episode.
Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, she's
That's all-
a,
I mean, it's only like we're half a season behind.
She's psychotic.
1.5, I think. No,
Yeah,
no,
she
She's all
seems
fucked up in the head.
Yeah, she seems fucked up in the head.
no. I'm a full season behind because I didn't catch. I stopped after the last half, and then I missed the last half of last season and the first half of this season. So
Really, I don't remember when I stopped.
yeah, that's why I would just rewatch it.
Yeah,
So-
it's not hard. It's not
So
hard
this
to
is my comparison to the new like her name is Alpha. I feel like she is the psychotic version, like a complete opposite of Carol from season 1, but psychotic,
watch. Interesting.
like out of her mind.
Yeah, she looks like could be the darkest
One of the
villain,
darkest characters, yeah.
the darkest villain in the series.
So now,
That's
where
handsome.
does Negan lie here now? Is he allied with them, or is he still an enemy?
Technically, he's still an enemy. He's in
Because he escaped, right?
he's in Alexandria jail
Oh, okay.
at this point.
Interesting.
I don't want to give
I'm
away
gonna-
anymore.
yeah, don't
but
give
yeah,
away. Yeah,
so,
that's-
so
let's
far
catch
he's in
up.
he's
That's
in
fine.
he's in jail. Let's say, but it's good. It's definitely getting better.
I did want to see Rick slit his throat. I love the character, but I did want to see Rick have that vindication.
The character's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But well, he did slit his throat.
He did,
Oh.
but
Well, I wanted to see him kill him.
Not deep enough.
He got a piece.
fun fact I just found out. So Dwight,
Mhm.
remember Dwight,
Yeah.
Yeah.
is going to be on Fear the Walking Dead.
Oh, so that's going to be like a
The
bridging of the gap.
same
The same
character,
character.
or he's just playing
Same character.
Oh,
He's,
okay.
he's just moving over. So I think
It's like-
they're going to do like
So
some
it's like
kind-
Morgan.
Yes, but they're going to do some kind of interaction between Dwight and Morgan.
Oh, that's cool.
I don't know what.
So now,
exactly.
Fear the Walking Dead, is that set in the same timeline? Is that a little before? Like what?
So I started watching it at first. It was definitely a prequel at the beginning
Okay.
because like it showed the onset of it
Okay.
when I first
But
started
I
watching
think
it.
they have to be caught up then, because if that's the case, then Dwight and Morgan know each other.
Yeah, they were, or it's been, or they're going to
So
do
if
it beforehand.
if it was a prequel, then when Dwight and Morgan were in The Walking Dead, they would have known who they were. Who each
yeah,
other
they
were.
would have. But have they? How much have they crossed paths in The Walking Dead? Have they?
Well, now, so it's season 5.
Yeah, he was. Wasn't Morgan there when on the tracks when they
I don't
that
remember.
scene on the tracks where Dwight didn't somebody bite Dwight's dick or something or shoot him in the dick?
Yeah, something with his dick.
So season 5 right now, I think, is when they're caught up with each other. But
Okay.
when Fear Walking Dead started, it started from
The
beginning.
before the virus took place. 'Cause
Before-
it was like the high. I remember being in high school. Did you watch it at all?
I never
like-
watched that show.
I watched it the
I
first. or
started
second
watching
episode.
the first season.
Yeah,
and
I never
really
watched
got
it.
I
into it.
fell off. Yeah, I couldn't. I just didn't resonate.
But yeah, it started from the beginning where I guess that space, but in a different part of the country, that space where Rick missed.
Yeah, that he was out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was like young people, and it was weird.
Like how they got started with. I still like that theory about how the blue crystal meth from Breaking Bad.
Appeared in
I
the
forgot.
Walking
Well, no,
that.
not just appeared, but like caused
The
The
Oh.
Walking Dead.
yeah, there's a bunch of theories.
I still like that theory.
It's not a bad one.
No.
People always find theories like that, though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can find anything.
People connect the most random shit.
Oh, and here's news that I found out this week. So Michonne's going to leave the show.
Yeah, I read that.
Yeah.
So
That's a
she's going to
shame.
go. She's going to go find Rick. What they're saying is they're going to try and introduce to Michonne and Daryl in season 10 that Rick is alive.
See, I don't
And
know
that's
how.
where they'll go into the movies.
Interesting.
Yeah, because they can't keep
How,
taking
yeah, how
out
can
these
you take
characters
these main
without.
characters without the show suffering?
Yeah,
That's what I was thinking.
I mean, it's a deep
Well-
enough cast that they can pull other people
Yeah,
up.
but you're taking the fucking.
Yeah,
You
not
know?
many shows
Well,
survive as their lead.
this last episode, Michonne wasn't in it at all,
Oh,
and I think it was a really good episode.
See, I feel like that's the difference with Walking Dead, though. They'll do episodes without, like, there was episodes
yeah, like
without
you know
Rick.
what? You know what kind
Yeah,
of got
but,
me out of the
well,
show?
The thing was, when they used to keep people out, it was because you had 150 people that you had to cover their
That's,
Yeah,
story.
you gotta
that's what
cover
took me
everything.
out of the show.
Yeah,
When they
so
would go
that-
from
that's
like
what I didn't like
one
either.
episode would be the Saviors, the other would be Alexandria, the other would be whatever that compound was where Maggie was running.
Yeah,
Oh, the Hilltop.
Yeah, like and then you wouldn't see somebody for 4 episodes. That was really what took me
Yeah.
out of the show.
Yeah, I didn't
Well,
mind.
so
I
many
didn't mind that
characters.
you didn't see someone, but it was just too much to keep up with.
Too much. Yeah, you were jumping around too much. That's why I've never gotten into Game of Thrones. It's too many goddamn characters.
Well, see, all right. So, see, the beginning of this show was just focused on Rick, right? Rick
Yeah.
trying to keep his family alive. But now you're introducing all these characters, right? So now you have all these side stories. Rick is no longer the main character. Maybe after what, season 4 or 5?
In my opinion, he was always the main
No,
character.
he was always the main guy.
No, he was always the main guy.
but,
now
he was
but it
focused
wasn't-
on a lot less.
His storyline didn't lead the show.
Right.
right, exactly.
The community led the show, like what was happening to everybody.
Like, especially when it first started, it was you've got this guy who
Mhm.
just came out of a coma,
But-
trying to find his family, finds his family, tries to keep them alive.
That first season was unbelievable.
Oh,
Of
my
course,
God.
no, of course. But that was the premise of the story.
The whole show is shifted. You don't even like.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's unrecognizable.
The walkers now are just
secondary.
just
They're just like a
they're
nuisance.
they're a tool.
They're writing.
Like-
really, they're a crutch for the writers to, when they want to put people in danger
Right.
or make them,
It's just a scene to make him run into walkers.
yeah.
I mean, and now when they started introducing more communities, that just opened up
They open Pandora's box.
world.
I mean, you have so much shit now to cover.
You know, you've got So now you've got it. It's like you said, just like Game of Thrones, where you've got story to follow. From this community, story to follow from this community.
Yep. And how they interweave, and then the people that are coming in and out quickly, but aren't huge parts of it.
I guess as you develop characters and stories, and you pull them out and put them in a movie, and then that's
see if they did a
spinoff
spinoff with Negan and the Saviors, I'd be all in for that.
Yeah.
I really like.
I'm sure
them.
a lot of people would.
There's no more Saviors.
There's
Oh,
They're
they're
all gone.
Oh, okay.
There was the big war.
See, that's how far out I am.
Yeah.
I didn't watch the war. I just read about it. You see
Yeah, no, it was good.
Twitter and
It was
shit.
alright.
Yeah, it's a lot of good shit coming back on.
See, the only thing I'm really into right now is Shameless.
Yeah, I got to catch up from last
It's been pretty good.
tonight's episode.
You're gonna
No, that it's just one episode. I'm
Yeah,
behind.
so you're Sunday's episode.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 'cause Tuesday. Yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't watch it
there's,
last night.
it's just Fiona's in a spiral. You saw that coming, but it's bad.
Yeah, she's,
You guys should get into that. I
She's leaving
think.
this season, right?
That's what I read. Yeah.
Yeah, she's out. She said
Oh.
it, she posted a goodbye and
Oh, okay, so
everything.
she's done.
After, like on the last day of filming, she posted like this big goodbye, and
So she's done of season 9 after the end of
after
this.
the end of the season, she's
Okay.
done. Yeah, but like,
See, now that's another show. I just don't know how it's going to go. They lost a character last season.
yeah, but again, they've built up. See, that's the one thing I like about the show. It's still a smaller cast. It's not a huge cast. Like
No,
Walking
it's
Dead.
still like 5 to 10 people.
And they're building
Yeah.
up stories for the other people. Like now, you're going to be invested in Carl and
Who's that dude that plays? He's the brother in Shameless, but he plays the Joker.
Ian. He plays.
Oh, he's
it's
off
Ian.
right now.
I forget his real name.
He
I don't know
left-
anyone's real name.
He
except
left
for
like
her
last season,
and
or
Rami
he,
Mason.
Ian's real name, I think.
He got written off.
I don't actually know it. I don't even know it off
But
the top of my head.
I think he chose to leave.
Well, yeah. Have you seen him play the Joker in Gotham?
I've heard.
I heard it's
amazing things.
awesome.
Yeah,
Oh my god, he does a fantastic.
but isn't
he
that
plays
show
like-
canceled now too?
Yeah, this is the last season. But when
he's like a psychotic person in that too.
oh yeah, like I was following Gotham maybe up to season 3, and they were doing like different kind of. It's a different take on the whole Batman thing,
Right.
right? It's
I watched the first season.
Yeah, it's
okay,
from like
so
the
you know.
perspective of Jim Gordon, right? Like
Yeah.
a young Jim Gordon.
Yeah.
Like young Jim
Yeah.
Gordon
Going through the
young-
ranks, rising.
Yep. Yeah, I gotta
young
watch
Bruce
that.
Wayne, right? Before
He's even
whatever.
an adult.
but
Yeah.
but it's a different take on it. I guess you want to put
Right.
it. But this guy that plays, I forget his name, but he plays.
He's a
the
good
Joker.
actor.
He does it so.
Is it
good.
Noah something?
No.
I don't know. He's a really
No,
good
that's
actor,
that's Mickey's name.
though. Okay.
Yeah, look it up real quick.
Yeah,
But he does a really good job.
I've seen like pictures of him, like with
No,
a
you
big
got-
smile and shit.
He's got like almost like Heath Ledger.
Cameron Monaghan.
There it is.
He almost has like a Heath
Makes
Ledger type Joker.
And I'm sure that's what he's
I'm sure.
He's pulling
emulating.
from it. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sure. I mean, like there's a whole storyline where like they like actually cut his entire like skin off of his face, and then he takes it and like staples it back on it. And I mean, just the visualization of the character itself, it's like insane.
Yeah, you've never seen the characters develop like
No.
in any Batman
No.
stories.
No, you just see like the little glimpse of what
Right.
they are in the movie.
and they never fully say that he's the Joker.
Right, I heard that.
Yeah, they never.
They just call him. Like,
But he
his
has to
name.
laugh and
yeah, he has like the full.
and he's like a
laugh.
psycho.
He's a complete psycho.
Yeah.
Like from the from the minute they told the story.
you knew that was what they were building.
Well, like it's like, oh, is that the Joker? But then like at one point, like they killed him off, but then they brought him back, and it's like, holy shit, like what are they doing? But like you know, like
Yeah.
from the whole story, you know that's the Joker.
Don't they
Right.
deal with like the penguin? Not, it wasn't the penguin, but like there was another evil guy who was like that.
Oswald Cobblepot. Right?
Yeah, there's the
Yeah.
Penguin, there's the Riddler, there's
They have all of them come through.
even Jim Gordon's wife.
Yeah,
She's a fucking psycho in this show.
Damn.
Like she's like almost like a villain.
I'm surprised that didn't pick up more like Steam. I know
Well-
it's popular. It's popular for what it is.
Well, I think I want to say the first 3 seasons they did really well. The fourth I don't think did very well, and then now they're just gonna end it with 5.
Yeah, they'll wrap it up.
Yeah.
A lot of shows going off there. Those two Netflix canceled those. Jessica Jones and
Punisher.
Punisher.
Punisher, yeah.
So they're done.
That
All of
sucks.
I
them
heard
done.
Punisher was good. Now I'm not even
Punisher's
gonna watch
really-
it.
No, you should watch it.
I
Yeah?
heard really good things. Yeah,
Like, are they wrapping it up in the right way? Or like, are
They didn't wrap it up. I mean,
it just ended.
they just after, so season 2 just came out in January,
and that's it.
and that's it.
It's just over. I
But-
couldn't watch
but
it.
it's really good.
It hit me too close to home. The whole family thing.
What do you mean?
Because like his whole story is like his whole family dies and then he goes on revenge.
Oh, fucking Rampage, yeah.
Yeah, I'd have to skip the first episode because the backstory was too much. It's too much. I'm getting soft in my old age.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a good movie. I mean, good TV show. Yeah, Jessica Jones, they're airing season 3. They're killing that.
Yep. Daredevil's done.
Daredevil's done.
Luke Cage, Iron Fist sucked.
Yeah, all 3 of them are done.
The Defenders are done. Right?
Yep.
They didn't have another season. Daredevil was good.
They're doing a almost like a rated R animated thing on Hulu.
Really? Did you see the new one?
I just found out that Disney owns part of Hulu.
There's a surprise.
Yeah.
They'll pull out of that though when they do
No,
that.
they own it. They own part of it. That's why they're
Then
doing this.
How then? The whole thing's convoluted. Why are
I
they
know.
putting shit on Netflix?
I don't,
Why didn't they just put it on
getting rid of shit
Hulu?
on Netflix.
But why didn't they just put it on Hulu?
I think they had the contract with Netflix
before they acquired Hulu.
And then
Did you see the new one on Netflix? It's like Umbrella Academy.
no,
It's like-
that was good.
I heard good things about it. I want to throw that on my list too.
Yeah.
There's just too many. God, we say it every week. There's
Game
too
of
many damn
Thrones.
shows.
Game of Thrones is ending this year.
No interest in that.
Nope. Big far.
I got hooked in. I wasn't into it until I started. I watched half of season 1 many years ago, and I was like, I fell asleep through like every single episode. I was
Yeah.
like, I'm not watching this. I think season 6 came out, and I heard people talking about it, and then they started telling us these stories. I'm like, what are you guys talking about? Game of Thrones. All right, I'll give it a shot again. Gave it a shot, and I just binge watched the whole thing. So now I'm trying to get my wife to watch it, and she won't watch it.
Yeah, my wife watched it, and it's too much of a commitment for me.
Do it. Final season.
No
do it.
way. 7. How many episodes per season?
Probably 12.
Maybe-
HBO's less.
Maybe 12.
So that's 120 hours of TV per season. 7
Yeah.
seasons.
Do it.
Not a chance. I have 800 hours of TV to watch. Just the sheer number and volume of that alone scares the shit out of me.
I can't think about watching a 2-hour movie.
Right? I did start that new Netflix show, Russian Doll.
Yeah. How was it?
Amazing.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. It's such a cool, unique spin on a story.
Does Orange is the New Black have a new season coming out?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right.
Final season.
It's the one
Oh,
more.
it is the
They have
final
one
season.
more. Daya's in the Russian Doll show.
Oh, okay.
And the Nikki is the main character.
Okay. So
Nikki from Orange is the New
Netflix
Black
has
is the
some
main character.
loyalty to their
There's some.
I think it's the
actors.
writer. It's the writer.
There's someone else that's from Orange is the New Black that's in the new DC show,
Is it the
the
oh,
Doom
shit.
something.
Yeah, I think I know what you're
I
talking
saw a
about.
commercial for it
Yeah.
today, and it was
Those
like
girls are everywhere.
Brandon Fraser's coming back.
Yeah, those are gonna pop up everywhere. The
Well, so now DC's got their own streaming service, which is kind of weird.
That's kind of
yeah, there's too much.
Yeah.
That's what's gonna happen because they
Everything is
Yeah,
gonna
all the people caught wind that like everyone just checking out like CBS as a streaming service.
because you could buy what you want now.
That's how it should be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get rid of fucking TV altogether.
Like I have 2 subscriptions. I pay Netflix and I pay a WWE subscription.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
pay for Hulu, and eventually I'm gonna have to pay for ESPN Plus. Brendan plays for Hulu, and my brother plays for Netflix.
Yeah, I got rid of WWE. I used to watch like a lot of it, and then I just kind of.
Now the UFC's on
See,
ESPN. That's gonna make a lot of sense for me.
I was really into it when I was younger,
I'm
up
still on a
up
free
until like
trial.
high school, and then like you fall out of things, and then just recently, like the last year and a half, 2 years, I got back
Picked
into it.
up. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I fell out of wrestling.
I see the appeal of it. I used to be like, why the fuck? I see the appeal of it. It's a written TV show. It's a written TV show
It's
with
a-
really
It's
good
a,
athletic
it's a
people.
male soap opera.
Yeah,
That's
it's-
exactly what
yeah.
it is.
I see the appeal to it. I just, I'm not into it.
Like you guys
I-
are going to WrestleMania.
No, I know. I mean, I fell out of it recently.
I know. I hear you.
I would see
Yeah.
it live before I would like watch it on TV.
You know what it was? I think I got bored with, all the bullshit storylines.
Yeah.
And
I always fall out of it, and then I get back in.
Of course.
like around WrestleMania.
It seems
Yeah, I
like
went-
that kind of sport, like that kind of event that you can you don't have to be in every week. You don't have
Right.
to Raw and SmackDown and do all this.
See,
shit.
I like to though. Like
no,
now
but
that
you don't
yeah.
have to be. You can
Oh
be
no,
a
yeah, you
casual
could jump
fan.
in. You could jump in.
Yeah,
And the when storylines come out, then pulls you in, and you.
Yeah, I mean, I went to a pay per view last year. It was fun, good time.
Yeah, oh yeah, I would definitely go to it.
Yeah,
I would go before and without even knowing about it.
yeah, it's
Like I'm hoping my son gets into it when he gets older. I'm cool with that.
Like
Yeah.
the whole.
well,
the
he's
whole
never
thing.
gonna know the Undertaker.
yeah,
He'll know the Undertaker because he
yeah.
has
You gotta,
he has some good family members that'll teach him.
You can
Keep
book
him on
the
the straight and
Undertaker.
yeah.
Yeah, $25,000 an hour.
Hey, tell your dad for his what's his gonna be his 3rd birthday this year.
Yeah.
Tell your dad it's $25K. Fuck it.
Just bring the Undertaker in
Yeah,
for 1
yeah.
hour. Can we get Kane too?
Probably.
We'll call like a political appearance.
I think
He's a mayor.
You can throw Kane in.
If you were a Saudi Arabian prince, you could get whoever you want.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
that's true.
It's very true. I watched a video today. It was like I followed the '90s WWE Twitter. It's
Uh-huh.
like all the best moments from the '90s, so like
Yeah.
our childhood.
Yeah.
And there was like this really cool Kane moment, and then I'm like, I can't believe that guy's a politician now.
Is it nuts?
Right? He was like walking up to this kid, and
Yeah,
scared
like
the
that,
shit out of him.
stuff like
Well,
that.
so
Like
was
now,
Jesse Ventura.
yeah, that's
yeah,
true.
but his
He was
character
before-
wasn't scary, and like the
Yeah.
character,
He wasn't menacing.
Back,
Yeah, yeah.
back then, his character was scary. Now he's a joke.
Yeah,
Yeah,
now
Well,
he's
not now. I mean, now he's gone.
Yeah.
But
well, he's a
like
joke
the past
in his political.
10 years, his
Yeah.
character's
Yeah,
been a
it
joke.
hasn't been anything.
It's been a
that's-
punchline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But-
Even politically too.
Yeah, so I think what was it? Then but the nostalgia factor.
Oh yeah, that's
DX is
hard.
getting into the Hall of Fame this year.
I'm psyched.
I think it's gonna be so awesome.
Go to WrestleMania to see what they do with that.
Yeah, that's cool.
I told
as hell.
you.
So who do they consider?
The 6 original members.
Yeah,
Well, the 6
So who are the? It's China.
So China, Triple H, Shawn
HBK.
Michaels,
Is X-Pac?
New Age Outlaws and X-Pac.
Who's the New Age Outlaws?
Billy
Road
Gunn.
Dogg and Billy Gunn.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? Actually, I saw a sign. You know how like they do those local wrestling promotions?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I saw a sign today that's advertising Billy Gunn is appearing at a local little wrestling.
They do.
I know, but no, but he's wrestling. Like it's a little.
There was a wrestling thing in
it's all-
Compton
it's
Lakes
all
I saw a
indies.
couple years ago,
Yeah,
and it was
this
some
was-
former WWE dude.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, and then he'll be. This is a month before he goes to WrestleMania and gets inducted to the Hall of Fame. Like, that's
Fickle
a
bitch.
wide spectrum.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, X-Pac too.
Yeah,
He does that. He always does like TV shows.
It's basically
Not
when
TV
the
shows, but, like,
it's like the washed up NBA guys going to China and shit.
I guess.
Like Amari's playing in Israel
Yeah.
right now.
So the only one that really doesn't do any stuff like that is Road Dogg, because he actually works for the
Road Dogg,
the
Shawn
back.
Michaels, and Triple H.
But Triple H
Well,
is in
I mean,
the
Triple H is
obviously-
top of the top
Yeah,
of
he's
the
at the
food
top,
chain.
yeah.
Obviously, we know, and Shawn Michaels. I mean, he gets called back.
Yeah,
'cause-
and Triple H is still active. He's still an
Yeah,
active
yeah.
wrestler too.
Yeah.
Shawn Michaels is actually he trains in the performance center, so he's
Yeah,
got
so-
he's with the company still.
Exactly.
And Road Dogg's like a head writer.
Exactly. So
I think
they all
I
work
think
there.
he's the second person to be in the Hall of Fame twice.
Yeah, him and Ric Flair.
Who? Triple
Shawn
H?
Michaels.
No, Triple H isn't in yet.
Triple H will
This
be in.
This
Well,
will be
because
his
he's
first
not,
time being
Because
in.
he's still going.
That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah, he hasn't.
He's still going.
Yeah, so
Now, do you guys think they would have let China in
No,
without
No.
being in this?
no.
no way.
And they really should. It's really
They
a shame.
should.
that
She was
they-
a groundbreaker. It
Yeah,
sucks.
big time.
It really sucks.
Yeah, she was one of the first. Well,
But
the
that's what
Attitude
happens when you
Era.
go on fucking and take back shots from Ron Jeremy. Like they're not going to let you in. Like really?
from Ron Jeremy. It was from X-Pac.
Well, no, she did professional porn too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
after
with
the
him.
Xbox
With
one.
Xbox.
No,
with
no,
him.
no. That was a sex tape.
Yeah.
She did professional porn.
Oh, I know.
After the
yeah,
fact.
after
Yeah.
the fact.
I think she played the She-Hulk
They're painting that bitch green.
in the Avengers Triple X.
Oh my god.
Oh man, there's definitely some
I mean,
good
it-
the anal engine.
Plus all her
There's tons of them.
all her
There's tons of them
all
there.
her other issues like the drug
Drugs,
usage and
yeah.
everything.
Oh,
So
yeah,
she
yeah.
just
Yeah.
but she deserves it more just as much as anybody.
I mean, she's the first. Like, if you thought of like a girl who wrestles, she's the first name that came to mind.
For sure.
Well, she's
Well, I
not
mean,
the- she's not the
for
first, but
our age group.
For our-
yeah,
yeah,
like
yeah.
in my head, if
the
you're like, hey,
Attitude
the
Era,
first
yeah,
female
she's
wrestler.
definitely one of the first. Because I think there was what was it
Alundra Blaze. That was like
Yeah, I
the
don't remember
early,
those
like the
people.
Yeah,
early,
that's
like
before my time.
92.
Yeah, I don't remember
Sunny
that people.
before.
She
that was
wasn't a
before.
wrestler though, really.
There was a lot of like
Yeah, but she
Sable.
was still.
managers and shit, but then they started bringing them like, why just have
Yeah.
them on the side of the fucking ring? Bring them in.
Now they're more prevalent than ever.
I saw something, so like you guys would know what this was. I saw a gif of like a tag team of women walking around the ring, but like at the corner of every ring, there was girls that were like in plexiglass.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that was a pay-per-view this
pay-per-view.
weekend.
Yeah.
It's called Elimination Chamber.
So how does that work?
So you remember Hell in a Cell?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is basically a Hell in a Cell,
Mm-hmm.
but you start with there's 6 competitors in the match.
Yeah.
So in a singles match, there'd be 2 starting in the ring and 4 people in pods.
Okay.
So they randomly enter like a Royal Rumble, like they
Yeah, it's
combine
like
Oh, it, like, just opens
every,
up.
every 3 minutes or something
I
like
think it's
that.
like 5 minutes.
Every 5 minutes, whatever it is. So then the plexiglass opens, the other team or the other person enters, and they just continue to go at it elimination style.
Yeah, that
Is
was
it elimination like? But it's a cage, so it's not like throw them out of the cage.
No,
It's
You have
a
to actually
pin
pin- you have to
submission.
pin a submission,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. That was cool.
That was actually
That's a cool
that was the
concept.
second
really
time.
cool.
That was
This-
the second time they had it as a tag match.
I saw the gif. And I'm like, what the fuck is
they had
going
it
on
as a
here?
tag
Yeah.
match? They didn't have it.
It was
as
a tag-
No, there was two
There's
girls
two-
in each.
Yeah,
pod.
there was
It
two.
it
There was
it
2
was-
elimination chambers.
Oh, because for the guys, you can only fit one guy.
Yeah, there's no way those big ass dudes are fitting two.
I don't know. They fit
No,
Tamina
yeah.
and Nia Jax in the pod. So.
Really?
yeah.
Yeah, but imagine
So-
fitting two of those big ass motherfuckers.
This girl's
guys,
300 pounds. The one girl, she's The Rock's cousin. It's the only reason she has a job. I don't
Wait,
even get me
They're
started on
both the
that.
Rock's cousins. They're both.
they
the
both
Oh
Rock's
yeah,
cousins.
yeah. Well,
Was she in Glow?
No, I don't think so.
That's a whole storyline in Glow.
But so yeah, so they had 2 elimination chambers. One was for the WWE title, 6 individual guys, and then the women's inaugural tag team champions.
Oh, that's cool.
So there was 6 tag teams of
Yeah.
women.
Which is unheard of going back to like when we
Right.
Oh, there's no way I
watch it.
could have named 12
yeah
female
like
wrestlers. Period.
it blew up like
It's
Yeah.
yeah. It's
the whole Becky Lynch storyline that's
becoming-
what has me
Can I
back
tell you-
into it.
It's
Can I tell
becoming
you-
a brand to all in itself
Well,
for
because it's
women.
becoming what female Stone Cold, right?
That's exactly what they're doing. The same exact storyline from with WrestleMania when Stone Cold was suspended and then worked his way into
What
the main
was
event.
so you think they're gonna go back to Attitude Era?
What was the lady
version.
with the
No.
Hardy Boys?
what?
The girl with the Hardy Boys.
Lita.
Her. I remember her really well. I was being like, holy shit, like this girl can actually wrestle.
Yeah, she was like that. She was that transition from.
That's
like,
what it felt. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Like now that I see it on like the outside looking in.
Yeah.
The only way I see them getting close, I don't think they'll ever get back to that, is if AEW
Starts
picks
taking
up
off.
and there's some real competition.
Yeah. Did you hear about that, Joe?
I
don't
did.
know,
I
man.
did.
That's the owner of the Jaguars.
Pick up pretty
Shad
quick.
Khan.
I don't.
Yeah, but it's his son Tony.
Okay.
So he started I guess a federation.
Yeah.
And he's actually signed some big names to it. Like
Well, I
Chris
heard
Jericho's there now.
I heard the two people that got arrested from WWE were getting arrested hoping to get out of their WWE contract.
Yeah, I read that too.
Is that,
Really? The
uh,
Usos.
No.
What were the people? You would know the people.
Well, they
but,
just
I
got the
read
tag
that.
team belts put on them Sunday night, so I don't know.
No,
how
it was a
it-
dude and a
there's
guy
a
and a girl.
lot. There's a lot
yeah,
of
one's an Uso, one's his wife.
Oh, okay.
The Usos a tag team, so
I gotcha.
there's a lot of like the people who are complaining now are getting stuff because they don't want to lose talent.
to this other company. This other company poses a real threat because the
Well,
guy's
because they have
got
so much fucking money.
guy's got
That
big money.
Yeah,
He's
the
got-
guy
he
who bought
owns
the
a-
Jaguars is
he owns the
ridiculous.
Jaguars and he owns a
Soccer club.
soccer club. Yeah,
I know.
any soccer club's big money.
Yeah, oh yeah, and he owns a decent. I forget what he owns.
I think it's Tottenham.
That's what I thought
I
too.
think it's Tottenham.
because that's why the Jaguars play in London so much.
Right.
Because
Yeah,
he has
the
that connection.
Usos are vocal about it. They got the belt put
The
on
Revival.
them. The Revival, they got the belt put on them.
Damn.
So it's finally going to get to a point where there might be some sort of competition. You already got Chris Jericho signed. He's a huge name.
Well, yeah.
He's aging, but he's still a huge name.
He's still a draw.
You got like those young bucks. They put on their own pay per view.
Kenny Omega.
Kenny Omega, Japan,
Isn't
huge
Kenny Omega,
Japanese
like,
star.
I heard
a
of him.
VP?
Yes,
He's
and
a
so
VP,
is
right?
Cody
Cody.
and the Young Bucks, the two Young Buck brothers.
Interesting.
So the company's,
I feel like Cody Rhodes is following in his dad's footsteps.
Cody Rhodes is a smart businessman.
Yeah.
His dad's Dusty, right?
Yeah.
Dusty.
His brother's Gold Dust.
Yeah, because that's Dusty. Right?
Goldust isn't still signed to WWE, is he?
Yeah, he's still signed.
Ugh, I bet you he'll fucking get out.
He's been in the company for like 25 years, never held the championship. It's crazy. When
That's
you think about it.
Wild.
He's held 8
held-
championships,
Yeah,
but not
I
the
was saying,
championship.
wasn't he like an intercontinental?
Yeah, but
he's
he
an
never held
Intercontinental
the
champion a
he
couple
never had the
times.
big belt.
Damn, that's interesting.
Yeah,
There's a few guys like that though.
25 years.
That's a long fucking time.
Yeah.
Brooklyn Brawler.
He was in the company 25 years.
I think close to it.
At
Well, if maybe not consistently, but
Maybe.
On and off.
But even still, this pay per view I thought was crazy good. See, that's why I think you would get it. If you actually had the time, you would probably get to like it a
Probably.
little
But
bit.
now with the new AAF, then I'm watching more football.
I know.
And the draft coming up and shit.
I
I'm
heard
not-
they almost didn't make payroll.
I was gonna say that
Really?
they
Yeah.
needed 25 million from I think it was a Carolina Hurricanes owner. Some NHL owner had to give him like 25 million to make payroll and all their fees and shit.
Wow. So
yeah,
it's
so
not
he's
doing
basically
well.
the majority owner. Monetarily, no.
How about ratings?
Have you watched any of the games? Like,
Yeah, oh
is
yeah.
it-
But
I
they're
watched a bunch of
playing-
games
They're
on
playing
Sunday.
in little
Sunday.
markets, right?
For
the most part?
I mean, some of them are decent, but yeah, they're not huge markets. I mean, this shit's happened. Like the XFL was the same way. Like the first 2 weeks they take off and then they struggle, and the
it's
only thing
hard. Like
it's hard to do. The only thing this
you're not gonna
league
make
has
the
going for
NFL
it-
overnight.
No, but the only thing they have going for it is that they're trying that the NFL backs them. Like they played them on NFL Network.
Yeah.
So like, if the NFL sees the value of it being a feeder system for their league,
Like a developmental league.
then they'll boost it. But if they see like
A
all right,
threat?
there's not a lot of talent here, no, I don't even
Oh.
think they'll never have a
It'll
threat
never be a threat.
because no one's going to choose
Because they're not
them
gonna.
over-
Because they'll cap the salary. So where if you're that good, then you're
Yeah.
gonna play in the NFL.
they're never going to have the money to compete with the NFL.
That's true.
They're not gonna pay Kaepernick $20 million to.
Yeah, I heard that
But-
sort of bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bunch of people came out and were like, no. He said, like, why would I play for you for anything less than $20 million? But not
Oh.
like, I'm only playing. He had no, because he just won his he won the lawsuit.
They
There was-
settled.
That's a win.
That-
The NFL doesn't settle with fucking anybody. That's a win. They didn't settle with Ezekiel Elliott. They didn't settle with Tom Brady. They didn't settle. Name it. They've never settled in a case, period. They have no problem going to court. But you know when they have a problem going to court? When they have Jerry Jones texting fucking the Texans owner saying, let's keep this motherfucker out of the game.
Then why accept it?
What do you mean? Why accept the settlement?
Would you walk away from 70 million?
Yeah. I mean, we don't even know how much it is.
That's what we read.
We have
right?
no
But
idea.
that's what we read, right?
Some
60
people are
to
saying
70?
200.
Jesus,
I take it.
That's a lot of fucking.
that's a lot of money.
But it doesn't it kind of go against what he was not what he was standing for? Like they
I mean,
basically
no,
silenced him. He
Did
took
they
the
though?
money. He took the money and they silenced him.
Did they silence him though?
I'm sure
he's still a
because
huge
he's probably signed all sorts of non-disclosures.
He's still a huge activist. He donates his money to charity. He's doing what he wants to do. His goal was to protest racial injustice in the country. He still has a platform to do so. And if anything, now he just has more resources at his disposal to say, like, hey, I took on the NFL and I won. I don't care what anyone says. I know he won that case.
Yeah.
They won. Him and Eric Reed won that case.
How does Eric Reed have a case if he's playing for the Panthers?
Yeah, that was bullshit. I don't know that one. Kaepernick
I don't understand. Like,
and signed a multi-year deal this offseason, like a month ago.
I don't understand how he can be part of that lawsuit.
It's because the lawsuit happened before he got the job.
But he's still got hit.
How much are they saying that he got?
They didn't say. You can't say anything. Jerry Jones asked about it literally today, and he was like, oh, no comment.
No. But I was saying, like, what they didn't say, like, an estimated how much he got. Not even close.
Nope. No one estimated anything. Like people
they estimated cap.
People are making stuff up. Like,
yeah, you guys.
Some people are saying. Someone was like it was 20. Someone was like it was 200, and someone was like it was 80. And no one knows.
Nobody knows.
That'll never come public because the NFL doesn't want it to.
You have to sign off on that. That's you're taking the money.
Someone said
someone will leak it. Someone will definitely leak it.
I don't know.
There's no proof when you leak it though. Only two parties know.
I can leak it.
Yeah, the only people that don't know are
the
if
NFL.
It ever becomes like a Patriot Act thing where it's like national safety, but it never will.
They can't.
Or if like the NFL gets subpoenaed for something.
Yeah, and then you can request the financial records.
Because they subpoenaed every owner in the NFL. The courts subpoenaed every owner in the NFL. That means every email Jerry Jones sent. Imagine having to look, that guy who had to look through some of these owners' fucking emails and cell phones and shit.
Fucking emails. You know how many emails they probably get a day?
Oh my God.
And it's not some Nigerian prince fucking trying to give you money. It's
like their
real
third
deal.
nephew who wants to start like a record label.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And some of the shit they probably say, because they're old. These are like, I mean, name an NFL owner that's not an old white dude who either inherited money or made money like oil. Most of them, that's what they are.
Didn't the Steelers only make money in ketchup?
No, he's not high. That's his field.
I'm kidding.
He's a Rooney.
No, I know. I was only kidding.
He's a Rooney. Oh my God. It's funny though to sit back and look at like, because we had the whole debate.
Yeah.
I told you he was going to win.
He didn't win. He
settled.
Won. They settled.
He
did not
won.
win. He did not win the case.
The person that settles, the person that's like putting the lawsuit up, if they settle, they win. If you were on trial for murder,
they settled. We will go back and forth on this. We will never agree. He did not win.
He got money. He got his notoriety and fame.
They both won. He got his money, and they got to
keep him out.
To put this to bed.
I mean, it was to bed last season. Let's be real though. Like no one really talked about it last season. Which was awesome.
I think that's because what's it called? The NFL went to the network and said, "Listen, you can't play this up." I think
you're right too.
I think that really played a factor. Listen, you guys cannot play this up. We'll take our TV rights. We'll start our own.
Well, it's up in 2 years.
I know, but what I'm saying is, they leveraged that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Look, dude, think about what they do to ESPN anyway. Bill Simmons writes a hit piece on Roger Goodell about how he's the worst commissioner sports has ever seen. ESPN suspends him, not the NFL. ESPN. You're telling me NFL doesn't wield power over ESPN? They clearly do.
Listen, I told you yesterday I saw a sign in the WWE crowd that said Vince greater than Goodell.
Yeah.
It was hysterical.
Every fucking
I was
I
was just dying when I saw it.
He's the worst commissioner in sports history, and it's not even close. He's terrible. He's mishandled everything he's touched. There hasn't been a single case that you can look at and be like, oh, Roger Goodell, good job there. No.
I can't argue with that.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah, he botched the shit out of every case he's ever done.
Not that Kaepernick won, though.
Kaepernick won. We could put that to a vote on Twitter eventually. He won. I would love to see how much he got, and I really want to know if he signed like something that says he'll never play in the league again. Because someone was saying that he'll sign with the Patriots.
I can't see Kraft signing him. I can't see Kraft signing him.
The Patriots or the Panthers within the month.
Maybe the Panthers. I can't see Robert Kraft signing.
They're under new ownership, so that would make sense. They're like
Patriots?
the Panthers. They're under like a young new ownership group. They were the last team that was sold.
Yeah, I can't see Robert Kraft.
I can't see.
No, I can't see Kraft doing either.
There are two teams that I do not see him ever playing for.
Dallas
and New England.
Yeah,
Dallas
100%.
is America's team,
Yeah.
and New England is the Patriots. It just visually.
Honestly,
wouldn't
I gotta
look
tell
right.
you the truth. I hate the Giants, but they wouldn't sign him either. They're a classy organization.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so either.
I don't think anyone.
I mean, from the, I mean, from the fact of Patriot America.
Yeah.
Yep.
You'll
And Robert Kraft's boys with Trump and the whole thing. Like he's never gonna.
Did anyone see the thing about the helmet when the Patriots went to the White House?
Oh yeah, it was only signed by like
15 players,
people.
and then Obama's was signed by every player on the team. They had to make a point of it. You know what I mean?
Of course. And now they're coming out the whole Clemson thing. Like half the team didn't go. They was like, "Fuck it, we don't want to go."
And this is an old story. Like this has been.
People just don't want to go see him. They don't have to go see him. You don't have to see him.
But no, but it's not him. It's they're not going to see him.
They're seeing the Office.
White House.
Yeah, you're seeing.
But no one ever turned it down before.
Right.
No,
It was never something that was like, I don't know.
But the thing is, it's a fad to not like the guy. I don't really want to get into the.
No, we're not getting into politics of it. But people don't like him in sports, and they're not going to go see him. Whatever. Whoever wins the NBA championship is definitely not going to go see him.
Without a doubt.
And I don't think it's just him. I think it was any Republican that would have won.
Right. It doesn't matter. It does not matter.
It happened to be him, and
I don't know because they've been
he's
going,
a little more vilified.
They've been going to the White House when Republicans were not.
Yeah, but think about how
the social climate has changed in the last 5 years
because of him.
Is it? Like it started with like Obama was the first one to weaponize the internet, not before Trump did. Trump did it to another level, but Obama weaponized it before. It just happened to go. I
think the social climate has changed with all this racial stuff over the last 5 years, and it wouldn't matter who was in there as long as an old white Republican was in there.
But I mean, they did go see. They went and saw Bush.
But this was before Obama. This was before
a lot has changed in the country in the time. Well, because they last 4 years. If it was every year, I think we'd see a gradual decrease in them going. If it was like Republicans for the last 4 years, but like a different Republican every year, it'd be different.
I don't think it would be the same thing if like John McCain, like God rest his soul, but if he was the president, I don't think it would be the same backlash again.
Who knows all the shit what would have happened?
Yeah,
it's funny because people
it's a snowball effect.
Yeah, because people overlook like war crimes, but not overlook the fact that he calls people like dirty rats or whatever he calls them. They'll overlook the fact that like people are bombing left, but not. It's wild, man. But yeah, Kaepernick won.
Didn't win. Settled.
He won. He's facing Nike. Oh, did you hear about the? I nominated for Stunad in our text. The dude that took once the Kaepernick Nike ad came out. He's in like.
Oh, he got rid of all his.
He took every Nike thing down without realizing that the NFL is Nike. Like Nike does all the NFL products, so we had to take everything NFL out of the store and closed. 20 years. He was in business for 20 years, and then closed his store because he decided. And it took him 6 months to go out of business.
That sucks.
The NFL moves the needle, man.
Big mistake.
See, the NFL is the only one that didn't lose in this whole scenario because they're still making their money.
Oh yeah, they didn't lose. Kaepernick won. They didn't lose.
I thought they did lose. Kaepernick won.
No. Kaepernick won. They didn't lose. They would have lost if they went to trial.
No, you can't both win.
They didn't win either. It was a draw.
Yeah, it was a settle.
No, Kaepernick won, and they came out even because now they don't have to deal with it.
We're never getting on the same page.
If it went to trial, they would have been in big trouble. That's all it came down to.
Jerry Jones would have bought that motherfucking judge. The NFL would have bought that judge. Somebody would have bought that judge. I'm sorry.
He would not have won.
A lot of big money.
If they went to trial, they wouldn't have settled.
A lot of big money rolling around there.
You got to admit, you don't settle with someone unless if you think you can win.
Depends on what they're offering you.
What is he offering them? They're not offering
what they offered him.
But still, you don't settle with them why put any money up there at all?
If you know you're going to win.
If you know you're going to win,
I know
they thought they were going to lose. That's why they settled. It was on them to prove that they didn't go. Like they clearly had evidence that they were blackballing him from the league. Right?
They had something.
Why would they settle? You don't settle.
You want it to go away.
If you have no evidence, it's not a main story. No one was talking about it for a year.
You're going to spend $200 million to make something go away when you have a chance at
that's been quiet. It's been quiet for a year.
$200 million.
I'm just saying.
Nobody ever came out with a figure.
I know.
Even if it's $80 million, let's say it's 80. Let's split the difference.
$80 million is nothing to the NFL.
No, the NFL is nothing.
That's Kirk Cousins' contract.
Yeah. Did you see he had to get off social media?
Yeah.
Who, Kirk Cousins? Yeah. Why?
Because everything he posted, it was like
he was saying something about the weather in Miami.
Yeah.
is so much better than Cleveland or
Minnesota.
Something like that. It was like, I don't know how people go back.
Yeah, people ridicule LeBron James for leaving Cleveland.
Yeah.
But, I was spending a week in Miami. I don't blame him. Something to that effect.
Basically, everything he posted is like, well, if you gave your money back, you could just stay in fucking Miami. You gave all that guaranteed money back, you could just stay down there. It's wild, man. Speaking of the NFL, did you see the combine's going to be on ABC?
That's interesting. No, I didn't. Well, ESPN owns ABC, or ABC owns ESPN.
Yeah, it's all Disney. But still, like, that's a main channel.
Yeah.
You used to only be able to find it on... It wasn't on ESPN. It's on NFL Network.
Oh.
Last year, it was only on NFL Network. So they're broadcasting on ABC for the first time.
Just the whole... They're going to full coverage, or they're going to do just like the quarterback?
A couple days.
The quarterback and...
You didn't even want to watch quarterbacks. It's going to be the runs. It'll be the 40s. It's going to be a highlight. It's not going to be like the actual, like, sitting down and watch it.
Yeah, that'd be too much airtime.
It's like 4 days.
The whole combine.
It's 4 days. Yeah. I'd love to go to that.
Is it going to be live or is it going to be recorded segments?
I would guess recorded segments.
Yeah,
It's like you'll pick like the big names.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna want to see Joey Bosa or Nick Bosa run the 40. That kind of shit.
Yeah. Even that, still. To summarize all of that for the average viewer, like I would probably watch that for an hour.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'll watch it anyway. I watch the whole fucking thing. But the comment's a joke. The fact that they don't pull in invites and all that bullshit. Like, do you see the kid? So the NCAA leader in sacks, Jalen Ferguson from Louisiana Tech. You know who he is?
No.
He'll be a first round pick. But anyway, he got in a fight in a McDonald's when he was 18, before he got in college. And the NFL caught wind of it and disinvited him from the combine. They pulled his invite.
Oh, I heard
because of a fight he got when he was in high school.
Seriously?
Yep.
That's stupid.
He knocked someone out in McDonald's in high school. And then they were like, oh, yeah, you can come. Like, I get it when it's a guy like Jeffrey Simmons, the Mississippi State tackle. They have a video of him.
Was he underage?
Was the video or just
No. So Jalen Ferguson didn't have a video. They just caught wind of it when they started doing their background check into him. The kid from Mississippi State, Jeffrey Simmons, who tore his ACL, so he's not going to do it anyway, but wasn't invited because if you have any their thing is like, if you have any violent crime in your past, you can't come.
Unless it was committed when you were already in the NFL.
Exactly. Well, the whole Zeke thing, Zeke almost didn't get allowed because he had an Ohio State thing. Jeffrey Simmons was in high school, and there's a video. It's not funny, but there's a video of him like punching a girl and then kicking her on the ground.
Oh,
like,
Jesus.
Fine. And this is a defensive tackle. So just imagine how big this dude is.
Yeah.
Like a monster. And they're like, yeah, you can't come. Which makes sense. Like, yeah, okay, that one I get.
Yeah.
The problem is it's a big job fair.
Well, you know why they're kicking him out, or they're saying they're just like,
it's all public relations.
Well, not just that, but it's like because of the recent.
Oh yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's because
they're like, well, this is just going to be a repeat offender, or they don't want a repeat offender.
It's because they're on national TV, and when he goes to run his 40, they don't want Rich Eisen saying, and here's Jeffrey Simmons who had to miss his freshman season at Mississippi State because he beat the shit out of a woman.
No,
that's what they don't want to have,
they're not going to. You think they have commentators say that?
They have
not verbatim.
Not verbatim. They're not going to be like, Rich Eisen's not going to be sitting out here and be like, can you believe this piece of shit standing on the line waiting to run?
But they will talk about it.
Yeah. They settled with Ferguson too. They're letting him come to the combine to do the medical checks.
So they won too?
Well, that's not a winner or loser. He can come, but he can't do any on-field drills. So he can only do the interviews and the medical testing, because that's the big deal that everyone wants to go there for. It's for those things. That's the important shit. But yeah, man. NFL Draft's coming soon. I'm going to talk about it every week because it's my favorite thing. I write about it every day. I talk about it every day. So I'm excited.
We got Captain Marvel coming out soon.
Yeah, speaking of things to get excited about.
Yeah. Captain Marvel. And then spoilers for Avengers Endgame.
Oh man.
I've just been seeing like a slew of just different fucking things.
Oh, so many theories. It's bringing out the best in people. I love it.
There was official merchandise. It was a hoodie.
Yeah,
that's on release. Did you see that?
Yep.
So they're just kind of explaining the story of what this hoodie is going to be used. Well, it's not the actual hoodie, but the design of the hoodie is going to be the same design as what they use as like the suits that they have.
Yeah.
In the movie and whatever.
Because I read somewhere it's like it's going to help them get in and out of the quantum realm, which is going to be a huge
in and out
component.
of quantum realm with time travel. And
yep.
All the bullshit, space and the way space works and all. There was a meme I saw today of Tom Holland, the guy that plays Spider-Man, on an airplane wearing a baseball hat, but going over like a script, and someone zoomed in, and it was like a dialogue between Ant-Man and Spider-Man. Like,
no!
It was a joke.
Okay, because he spoils everything. Like he's fucked up before.
I know.
He's like giving away things from movies in interviews and been like, "Fuck, I can't say that."
Well, between him and Mark Ruffalo.
Oh yeah, the two of them.
Yeah,
and now they're like, it's like a running gag between the two of them. Of like, I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say anything.
But
when is Captain Marvel's in March? Right,
next month. Yeah,
it's
couple
like
weeks.
A month and a half.
No,
or
couple weeks.
2 or 3 weeks. Right.
Yeah.
Damn.
And then so officially, Gwyneth Paltrow has retired from the Pepper Potts role.
But is she in the Avengers?
She'll be in the Endgame.
Well, we'll find out.
I'm assuming she'll be in the Endgame.
She has officially retired though,
because he talks to her in the trailer, right?
Yes.
He talks to her,
so she's got to be in it somewhere, right?
She's got to be in it
at least a little bit. She wasn't in big chunks in a while. Like she's been in little pieces.
Yeah, like her retiring is completely irrelevant
Yeah, but she's one of the first.
Yeah, she was
first characters.
She
in
like the third
universe.
character.
Yeah. She was
like
in
her
in the original Iron Man.
Tony and John Favreau.
Not original Iron Man, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Them and John Favreau, who I love, by the way. He's one of my favorite.
Speaking of John Favreau, I think they're going to be pitching the idea for him to replace James Gunn for
the new Guardians.
Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Yeah, I've liked everything he's done. Like, there's nothing I've watched with him as a
Iron
part
Man 2
of it.
was okay.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, nothing was like, oh, I can't believe this.
Yeah, but he did do the impossible, right? So he did Iron Man, the first one.
Yep.
And that worked out really well. So now he's going to might as well just finish it with Guardians.
Yeah.
I mean,
I love the Guardian series. I really do.
They're such a cool. They're so cool characters. I like all of those guys.
See, now, where does that leave? Like, we don't know where it's going with Avengers 4. Guardians is obviously after that.
Yep.
So would you
Spider-Man.
assume Gamora's back, or like you don't know, right?
I think she's gone for good because
she's filming Avatar.
No, well, yeah,
Yeah.
and she's the only woman to be in 2 films that gross over $2 billion.
I didn't know that.
Avatar and obviously Civil War.
That's great.
Or Infinity War.
Yeah. I do.
She's gone though because he tossed her to get the Soul Stone.
Right, but if everything they do,
it depends on how far back they reverse.
Right.
Do they reverse him all the way back to getting the gauntlet?
I do want to see. I do want to see a quick recap of everything from Iron Man to Endgame from Michael Pena.
That's been a big thing, right? About him doing it. I like him too.
So, do you know about that?
Yep.
So, Michael Pena plays this guy in.
You would know
Ant-Man.
who he was if you saw him.
Yeah,
he's been in a lot of shit.
he plays a guy in Ant-Man.
He's a Spanish guy in Shooter with Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he plays what's his name? Luis in Ant-Man. And when he tells a story, he's got to tell you from like the beginning of the story, like the beginning of like
it's like a running gag in the Ant-Man movies.
When he met your friend's mom till now and how he did this recap.
It's the way he talks. So he's like super fast, but like really into it and really detailed.
It's really funny.
It's really good.
But if they do a recap from Iron Man to Endgame with him doing it, it'd be hilarious.
Oh, it'd break the internet. People would go crazy for it. People would love it because they've been talking about it forever. He's really funny in that movie. Ant-Man's good too. Ant-Man's an underrated movie.
I didn't see Ant-Man vs. Wasp yet.
It's on Netflix.
I know.
Yeah, it's a good one. I like that character. I like
Ant-Man.
Paul Rudd.
Yeah, Paul Rudd's a good actor. He's funny.
Yeah. Yeah, you should see it before Endgame though, because I think it's going to play a big role.
Right.
Yeah.
I really want to just have the time to watch them top to bottom.
It's a lot of time. Talk about 800 hours. That's probably about the same amount as fucking doing Game of Thrones.
No, you think?
It's a lot of movies, dude.
Oh, I'm caught up.
How many movies are there?
20?
Think
13,
about it. 14, something like that.
3 Iron Man.
Yeah, and some of them are like 2, like the new Avengers. I heard Endgame's going to be like 3.5 hours.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
They might have to do an intermission.
You figure you got 3 Iron Man.
Yeah.
3 Captain Americas.
2 Guardians.
2 Guardians.
2 Ant-Man.
2 Ant-Mans. That's
3 Thors.
3 Thors.
So 9 on the 3 major characters.
Yep.
4.
There's a Hulk.
Well,
there's
you got Black Panther. There's a lot of movies.
Black Panther. There's all the Avengers ones.
Yeah. It's got to be around 14 to 18 then.
Yeah, so even if they average 2 hours, you're looking at like 30 or 40 hours TV.
It's a lot of
It's better than Game of Thrones.
All right,
a lot.
I got a scene for you. Ready?
There we go.
So I'm going to introduce you to my good friend Uzman. Now, Uzman
I love the dude that's playing
is
this
a
bad guy, by the way.
master at extracting information from the unwilling through psychoactive means.
What movie is this?
Yeah, man.
Oh, is that Truth Serum?
This is the second one, right?
Oh, the second one. Ant-Man
I didn't see it
That's
yet.
just
Sorry,
nonsense.
I'm
from
tuning out my
TV.
headphones.
No, hold on.
What is it? It's a little concoction that he's been perfecting
You all know
since his
what's going
days
on.
with the
No.
SIS. It makes you suggestible and highly responsive.
Well, dude, that's Truth Serum. No, it's not.
No offense, but they sound like True Serum to me.
Right? It's not a truth.
All right, come on, hurry up.
I have a lot of allergies, so you might.
All right, here we go.
You know what? You're right. This isn't Truth Serum because I don't feel anything. That was a lie. I do feel something. This is Truth Serum. There's no such thing.
Okay. Now I'm going to make this real easy for you, Luis.
Okay.
So you can see who it looks like.
Where
that guy's a G. Like, he's a man.
Well, see, that's complicated. Because when I first met Scotty, he was in a bad place. And I'm not talking about Cell Block D. His wife had just filed for divorce. And I was like, damn, homie, she dumped it when you're on lockup? And he was like, yeah, I know. I thought I was going to be with her forever. But now I'm all alone. And I was like, damn, homie, you know what? You got to chin up because you'll find a new partner. But you know what? I'm Luis. And he says, you know what? I'm Scotty. And we're going to be best friends.
Okay, hold on. I like a good story as much as the next person. But what in the hell does this have to do with where Scott Lang is?
I'm getting there.
You put a dime in him, you got to let the whole song play out.
He's like human jukebox.
Oh, my abuelita had a jukebox in the restaurant. Yeah, only played Morrissey. And if anybody ever complained, she'd be like, oh, no te gusta más? You know, Chicanos, we call them más. Then adios. What can I say? You know, we relate to his melancholy ballads, you know?
Lang.
Right. So anyway, Scotty gets out of jail and he starts working for Hank. That's when he met Hope. And Hope's all like, I want nothing to do with you. Look at my hairdo. I'm all business. And then Scotty's like, you know what, girl? My heart is all broken and I'll probably never find love again. But damn if I want to kiss you. But then you fast forward and they're all like into each other, right? And then Scotty's like, you know what? I can't tell you this, but I'm going to go trash in the airport with Captain America. And then she said, I can't believe you split like that. Smell you later, dummy. So Scotty goes on house arrest and he won't admit it. But his heart is all like, damn, I thought Hope could have been my new true partner, but I blew it. But fate brought them back together. And then Hope's heart is all, I'm worried that I can't trust him and he's going to screw up again and ruin everything. And then my heart is all like, that fancy raspberry filling represents the company's red and we're days away from going out of business. Oh,
Out of business.
Days away?
damn, truth serum. And you know, thank you guys.
He's a good character.
You know,
He's one of the better side characters in any of the movies.
Yeah, he does really good.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so
Movies.
if they do a recap from Iron Man to Endgame with him,
I feel like the internet's pushed enough that they have to.
they're not going to do it.
They're not going to do it. They
Maybe
don't
they
cater.
won't do it, but maybe he'll do it.
Oh, maybe.
What if he just does it himself?
He may do it. He may do it by himself.
You know how much traction he get on social
Oh,
media
yeah,
just
that's-
doing that by himself?
That would be hilarious. That would be
Or like
really
him and
hilarious.
Ryan Reynolds, and then Ryan Reynolds pops in. Don't forget about me, asshole. Did you see him and Hugh Jackman? The thing that the two of them did? They're like
Yes,
buddies.
hold on, wait. The commercial
Yeah,
with his
with like his gin and his like Hugh Jackman. They each did a commercial for the other one's like
Yeah.
thing.
yeah, I saw it.
And like Ryan Reynolds took it like really seriously and did like this really nice commercial for Hugh Jackman, something like that. And Hugh Jackman had to do like Ryan Reynolds has his own gin, and he's like,
Ryan Reynolds is an asshole.
yeah,
Spills the bottle of gin on the table and just lets it fall. And he goes, "That's it."
that's it. He's like looking at his watch. He's like, yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Nah, that was a good one. All right.
All right.
Want to bring this one home?
We're gonna bring it home. Who's got Gentleman of the Week?
Sure, I'll take it. All right, so this week's Gentleman of the Week, you guys might have seen it. Kind of went viral. Gentleman doesn't have a name, but it's an elderly man who ordered a VHS tape off of eBay. Got the VHS, not a tape, player. Got it, and he wrote this letter to the seller, which doesn't happen ever.
Yeah,
No.
Basically, kind
Who
of
writes letters?
Yeah. Well,
An old man, an old guy who bought a VCR.
Not even
he's
not
84
even
years
email.
old. Yeah. No, wrote a letter thanking him and kind of like telling him what he gave, what that VHS player like was able to
Like
do.
meant
Like
to him?
yeah,
Yeah.
he was able to watch his retirement video. He was able to watch himself when he was a kid, watch his grandkids grow. Like it was pretty cool.
It was
Like,
definitely heartfelt.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I think what I see it got like over 60,000 retweets in a couple days.
yeah. It was
Like,
the top post on Reddit too.
Yeah. Like, you don't see those things every day, and to have someone take the time to even to write a thank you for
Yeah.
you selling something like that's pretty cool. I
Even to
thought.
get someone to write a review nowadays is
Yeah.
hard to do. Yeah. So anonymous elderly man, you will never hear this because there's no fucking way you know what podcasts are. But congratulations.
That's cold.
Hey man, it's the truth.
It is the truth.
All right.
All right. Well, anonymous old man, you are our Gentleman of the Week.
Thank you.
All right.
All right, we're gonna call it a night, and hopefully catch up next week.
Thank you.
Chat with you guys later.
Bye guys.
Bye.